Hi, everybody. Welcome to another week of Women Empowering Women. My name is Galit Ventura Rosen, and I am a performance expert and a professional speaking mentor. One of my favorite things about this program is interviewing women from all over the world. Today, we're going to be talking with Tiya Roberson. Welcome, Tiya.
Hi, thank you for having me, Galit.
Tell me where you're at.
I am outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, in Concord, where NASCAR Speedway is.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I need to get to North Carolina. I haven't been to that side of the country, like the Carolinas, probably in 20 plus years.
It's changed a lot. It's
growing. I know, but I just remember it being so beautiful.
It is, especially at this time of year. Except now the pollen is getting a little bit unbearable, but we'll deal with it.
Well, being in Las Vegas, I love where I live, but we're just obviously desert, surrounded by beautiful mountains. So I get a lot of brown. Mm-hmm. So I get excited to visit places that have actual green.
Exactly. It's funny. I want to actually move out your way.
Oh, Tiya, we'll chat after the interview for a few minutes,
exactly.
Okay? So, I do love living in Las Vegas, and I love the West Coast, but there's just so much beauty on the East Coast that we don't get here.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
And a lot of history that we don't have here too.
A ton of history. So it's very diverse. The food is great. A lot of activities. Yes. So I love it. My daughter wants to move north because we don't get as much snow, but I'm fine with that.
I know. Oh, no snow for me, only to visit. Yeah. Well, I'm excited. I'm going to tell everybody a little bit about you, and then we'll jump right into the topic. I'm real excited. I think the topic we're going to be discussing today is so important to any online business. And in all honesty, what business is not operating partially online today? So Tiya Roberson is a mom and an entrepreneur. She's educated as an industrial engineer, and she has an eye in the skill to streamline processes and eliminate pain points. And who doesn't want to eliminate pain points? Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about the importance of determining an individual strategy versus following the crowd of shiny objects in social media management. But before we start that, tell everybody a little bit about your journey and your business.
Sure. Actually, as you mentioned, from my background, I've gone from engineering to manufacturing to purchasing and buying. So I have a diverse background, which actually works out really well as an entrepreneur because I'm able to identify with people in corporate environments as well as, people that have always been virtual. And so the one thing that I've definitely had to realize is that the business you create today won't be the business that you have tomorrow or 10 years from now. You're always evolving, and that's okay. So I'm definitely still on this journey, and I'm enjoying every bit of it. But, my background does help me with people in terms of streamlining. So as you change as a person, you want to definitely get rid of some of that waste in your business, and I can help a lot of people with that.
I love that. And I know as an entrepreneur also for over 20 years, I'm constantly rebranding my business. Yeah. I love the word up-leveling. It's one of my favorite words. Some people say it's overused. I don't think it is because I truly believe we're constantly up-leveling our businesses. And there's nothing wrong with not. If you're comfortable, there are some people that they've built their business to where they want it to be. It's stable. They're happy. They love the way that their life is in balance with it. But I'm one of those people that's always looking to up-level and grow. So I love the topic that we're going to be talking about because I believe that social media, if you like it or not, people,
it's here.
It's an attraction magnet. I get 90% of my business from social media.
Exactly.
So take it away, Tiya. Tell us a little bit about what we're going to be talking about today.
Definitely. So today, just as you mentioned, we're going to talk about the importance of social media. It's not going anywhere. It's not like I remember personally back when I was in college, I'm probably dating myself a little bit. My brother used to come visit me and AOL was a big thing. Remember, you used to get the packets in the mail and you would dial in.
Remember, you've got mail.
Exactly. And then, we had, MySpace and some of these old things. And we're like, okay, they're fun, but they're fads, or you had to be a music artist, to be on a particular site. And so I personally, when Facebook came around, I was like, I don't know what that is. I'll do it because it's something to do. Same thing for LinkedIn. I'm like, okay, when I'm looking for a job, I'll put my resume out there. And then I did nothing else with it. And so what we're discovering is, like you mentioned, the majority of our new business is coming from social media. We're connecting with people that we knew in elementary school. We're making business connections and people with people in other countries. It's totally different, the world that my 4-year-old and my 12-year-old live in now than the world that we used to. And what happens is, once everyone is starting to make that connection, like, okay, this isn't a fad, they tend to say, now what do we do? Or they say, nope, I still don't want any parts of it. I don't know what that is.
Or maybe they just don't know how to, right?
Yeah,
Tiya, a lot of people just
exactly.
don't know the how.
And that's one of the challenges that a lot of my clients face that are older clients, because I still have family members, and I don't necessarily mean my grandparents, I mean like aunt and uncles, that, or even people my age actually, that are like, nope, I don't know who's going to take my identity, or I don't know who sees what I put out there, or what button do I push, or what do I put in to Google, advanced directives, is a conversation I just had with my mom. There are so many people out there that don't know. And then the ones that want to try, it's just so much information out there that it's easy to get overwhelmed and just quit.
Right.
So I developed my business for the entrepreneur, and I deal with some individuals as well that just say, you know what? I know there are two types of people that I work with. I know that I need to do it. Like you said, I don't know how. Help me. And then there's the other entrepreneur that says, I know I have to do it, but I'm running a business, so I really don't have time to figure out the hashtag versus the number sign versus the pound symbol, or how to attract my ideal client. So I'm going to turn this over to you. I'm going to make you a part of my team, help me grow and help me develop as, together. So those are my primary clients. And I got to tell you, as much as I learn helping them, sometimes, I learn a lot about myself as well.
Well, let's jump into the topic and give those watching some value so they can understand how you help your clients and how they can look at their social media in a different way and definitely make it work for them. So I know we wanted to talk a little bit about determining the individual strategy versus following the crowd of shiny objects. So what does that actually mean?
So initially, what I tell everyone, and this is very important, is that what works for me may not work for you. Just because there are over 5 billion people, I believe, on Facebook, it does not mean that Facebook is the best platform for your business. So what's most important is defining who is your ideal customer, who is your market, who do you want to speak to, and who can you help the best. So for example, if you are an Etsy seller and you have products, then you may want to be on Pinterest, because Pinterest also has 175 million people. That's a lot of people. The majority of their items are, a majority of their users are women. Over 80% versus men. So for example, if I'm an Etsy baby diaper cover maker, and Pinterest is a visual artist, then that's probably where I want to put a lot of my time. If I want to market to a younger demographic, I might want to look at Twitter. Twitter has over 330 million users. So all of these platforms have millions of users. Their users are not only based in the United States, they're based outside of the country as well. But Twitter has 37% of their users age 18 to 29, and then 25 that are between 30 and 49. So if I'm looking for example, just using myself, when I first started my business, I'm like, Facebook, everyone's on Facebook. I have to have a Facebook page. I need to run Facebook ads. Well, what I realized is that LinkedIn is the platform that has more of the people that are my audience, sorry. Um, so there are business owners, they're decision makers. Primarily they're men, but they're women in power as well. And because I want to work with a customer who has a budget to work along with me, and their established businesses, LinkedIn is the ideal audience because their users typically have $75,000 or more in income. So the overall, what my first tip is that don't go with the crowd. Go with your business, go with your market, and then determine. And so one of the things that I do is help people determine what platform should you be on. Should you be on Instagram? Should you even be on Snapchat?
Yes, so that's a much younger generation. So
yeah, exactly.
Sounds like the first thing would be you really take a look at who your target audience is, really understand, and I work with my clients as a business coach with that. Who are you trying to target? So Tiya, you're saying to us, look, it doesn't mean, it gets overwhelming. Mm-hmm. There's all these social medias and you really need to build relationships and be consistent. So where is it that you're going to reach your target audience and make the biggest impact? So in turn, you can attract your client and build your business.
Exactly.
You gave us some really great statistics and really great numbers almost across the board in just a few minutes. So people go, wait, maybe I should look more at this, or maybe I should look more at that. So do your homework.
Do your homework and don't pull yourself in 15 different directions thinking you have to be on every platform immediately.
Oh, I love that. Good. Oh, I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah.
I agree.
Exactly.
Oh, go ahead. What else do you think?
So my second tip actually piggybacks on something you just mentioned. Relationships and connections. So social media is not about you. And I don't mean you, Galita.
It's not about me.
It is about your customer. It is about who you're trying to reach. Your job as an individual, as an entrepreneur, as a small business owner, whoever you call yourself, is to provide value, which you mentioned earlier. So whether that means, sometimes you can give away some, like we're doing now, some tips for free. You may never hear from someone, but you may change their life. Sometimes I have people that will send me a private message that says, how do I add my title? Like, because they just don't know. And I am perfectly willing to do those things and make connections because you just never know. That person may end up being a friend. They may refer me to someone else. I don't do it for the sake of getting the referral. I do it for the sake of providing value and improving people's lives. So always do that. Always communicate. When people go to your pages or in your groups or whatever the case may be, and they comment, reply, even if it's a pleasure of a thank you, a smiley face. Make a connection. And the other thing I always tell people in terms of making a connection and providing value, think of the aesthetic value of whatever you're posting, especially on sites like Instagram. It's easy, but on Snapchat, Pinterest, and even Facebook, make sure that what you post is pleasing to the site. Because if I look and you have something that's crazy, it's foggy, it's fuzzy, it's off center, I'm going to just scroll past it. You're not going to catch my eye, no matter if you write the best blog ever. So always remember to think about your audience more than yourself.
I'm also seeing that with content.
Yes,
definitely. I'm seeing that some people are cross-confusing. I'm going to make up a word. Cross-confusing where the content should be. So for example, I'm very connected on Facebook and on LinkedIn because those are my two main platforms. And I saw somebody post something political on LinkedIn.
Definitely.
And it's not really the appropriate forum for it. And I'm seeing it and I'm going, oh gosh, people are starting to get cross-confused. Mm-hmm. LinkedIn is professional. Facebook is opinionated. Yeah. And of course, that could just be my opinion. I'm not saying that everybody has to do this,
You're
but
right.
I'm seeing it from my opinion and I'm going, oh gosh, this is not matching this forum.
Yes, you are exactly right. Whoever posted that didn't think of what the platform was who's on the platform and their purpose. A lot of times we just get out there and we just post because we want to be there. But like you said, LinkedIn is a professional platform. There are a lot of movers and shakers, and not that they're not on Facebook as well, but Facebook is more of a personal platform where you share about your family, your college reunion, and things of that nature. You know, the little kid dancing with the cat. Those things are great, but they need to be on Facebook, where LinkedIn is more of a different image. Leave the professional.
So know your platform, know which one is going to attract your ideal client once you know who your ideal client is.
Yes, definitely. Perfect. And then make sure to connect with them.
Is there anything else we can offer before we tell everybody how to get a hold of you?
Yeah, so one more thing I want to just let everyone know, which is you don't have to recreate the wheel on your social media. If your passion is writing content and you are a blogger, you do not have to spend another 20 hours a week creating a graphic. Connect with someone that creates graphics, or go to some sites like Pixabay. If you understand that SEO ranking helps you out and reach more customers, you don't have to spend the majority of the day and take you away from writing. Connect with someone that specializes in SEO. So that's the thing that I want to let everyone know. Know what you're great at and do that to the T, instead of being a Jack or Jill of all trades. It's okay to outsource, and it's okay to build a team. There's also some great sites like Buzzmodo and Social Media Today that helps you get in contact with current trends and topics. Things like, oh my God, the algorithm's changing. You know, what do I do?
Oh,
so don't feel like you have to know it all. You're welcome to reach out to me. My website is www.smallbusinessspecifics.com. I'm on Facebook, of course, in the same page name, smallbusinessspecifics.com. Anyone can message me. They're welcome to call me at 704-999-2896. Reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm really easy, Tiya Roberson. So there's definitely a lot of ways to connect with me. I welcome anyone that has any questions to, reach out, let me know, and I'll be happy to help.
So before we wrap up, and please get a hold of Tiya, but I'd love for you to tell everyone what it is you actually do for your clients.
Great question. We didn't cover that, did we? So I am a social media manager. So what I do for my clients is I save them time so that they can make money. So whether it's actually doing their posts for them, I can do their research, I can post, I can do their graphics. Sometimes they're like, I can do it. I just need you to help tell me how often I should post. What's the best platforms? So we can have conversations also about strategy. And then I also have tools that can help with that entrepreneur that says, I'm ready to grow, I'm ready for new customers. Help me run a Facebook or Twitter or Instagram ad campaign. I can help them across the board with management, strategy, and marketing.
Perfect. Thank you so much. That was some great information. I think more than anything, what we want you to take from today is that first and foremost, and if you listen to anything I talk about all day long, you need to delegate to be an entrepreneur, because you're only one person. And I don't know about you, but I like to sleep at night. So I really like to sleep at least my 7 to 8 hours. I know to be successful in what I do, I need to delegate out the things that I don't have to be doing myself. And what I love that Tiya said more than anything today was really related to doing what you love. So if you wake up in the morning and just do not want to deal with social media or do not want to deal with certain things, it's a must today in your business. I don't care what you do. So you hire a social media manager, and then that person takes care of it for you, but now you're still getting the same impact. And I always talk, one thing I always do with my clients, Tiya, is I teach them the value of their hour.
Yes.
So let's say you're making $500 an hour, which a lot of my clients are. So if they're making $500 or more an hour and you're paying someone $35 or $50 or $100, what are you doing?
Yes.
You want to pay somebody else, delegate it out so you could focus not just on how much you're making, but more than anything, like Tiya said, doing what you love. There's certain things I do not like doing in the back end of my business. I do not touch my websites. I do not touch certain things. And it's great to be able to just talk to somebody and tell someone, hey, this is what I need, please. And then it's done for you.
Exactly. We always pick their brain and make sure that we're going to represent them to the best way possible. But it's the same way. If you make $500 an hour, do you want to come home and spend 2 hours cleaning your home? Or do you want to prepare for your next, speaking engagement or your next client meeting that's going to generate income? You don't want to vacuum the floor and waste that $500.
No.
Outsource that the same way you outsource your social media. We can help do it for you.
Yeah, and it's a really big part of today, so it needs to be done. If you're still living in the world of I don't need social media, there's nothing wrong with that as long as you're comfortable with your business and you're happy where it is. But a lot of people like to grow, and this is one of the easy, honestly, believe it or not, social media has made it easy to grow. It's made it easy as long as you're doing it right. It's put out this platform for us to make connections, like you said, worldwide, in such an easy aspect. It's broadened. So instead of the brick and mortar where we used to just be able to connect with the people in our city, unless we got on a plane and went somewhere, now I sit in my city in Vegas and connect with people all over the world. As you're probably like me, have clients all over the world.
Yes. I always like to think of it as like the billboard. Right now, I can drive past the speedway and there's a billboard that someone may have paid $10,000 a month for. And the only people that will see that billboard in their business are the people in this area in Concord, not even in Charlotte if they don't come here. But for like a couple dollars a day, I can reach people all around the world with my message. And I can determine how long I try to connect with them versus that billboard that has to stay up for a month or some predetermined amount of time. So social media, like you said, it does not have to be complicated, but it is vital and super easy to use if you reach out and make the right connections.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming on today and talking to us about this really important topic for any business owner. I don't care.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tia. And thank you so much to everybody watching another week of Women Empowering Women. And I am Galit Ventura Rosen, and I will see you through the social media world soon.